Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be looking at Moosend,
Yeah.
an email marketing and automation platform.
Mm-hmm.
You sent me a bunch of materials from their website, like product features, customer testimonials, support options, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of unpack all that,
Yeah.
see what makes them unique, why over 100,000 businesses are using them.
Right.
But before we even get into that,
Yeah.
what was it like? What was your first impression? What stood out to you when you were looking at the Moosend materials?
Well, the thing that really stood out to me was this focus on revenue-driven email marketing.
Okay.
It seems to be everywhere in like their messaging and their copy.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of platforms are focused on,
Opens and clicks and
vanity
oh,
metrics, but Moosend seems to be laser focused on the bottom line, how email contributes to a business's, actual revenue.
yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
It's not just about sending like pretty emails.
That's right.
It's about making sure those emails are actually bringing in the cash.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the ways they
Yeah.
say that they can help you achieve that is with dynamic content and AI-powered suggestions
Ooh.
to make the emails more relevant.
Yeah. And engaging
Yeah.
for the recipient.
I mean, those are definitely buzzwords, right? Dynamic content, AI-powered. We
Yeah.
hear those all the time these days.
Totally.
But it's like, how are they actually using those things?
Right.
And I think, for example, dynamic content, instead of just sending like a generic email blast to your entire
It's
list,
everybody.
you can tailor the content
Mhm.
based on someone's past purchases,
Yeah.
or their interests, location, things like that.
Right.
Imagine like you're running an online store. Somebody just bought hiking boots.
Yeah.
You could send them an email that recommends camping gear.
Mhm.
Or, someone was browsing yoga mats. You could send them an email about meditation apps or athleisure wear.
So it's about giving people what they want.
Exactly when they want it.
When they want it. No more irrelevant messages.
Yeah.
Clogging up their inbox. Yeah.
Totally.
So then the AI-powered suggestions. That's
Right.
where things get even more interesting, maybe.
Right.
So Moosend claims that they use AI to analyze your data
Okay.
and suggest ways to optimize your campaigns.
Okay.
So it could be things like subject lines that are more likely to get opens
Mm-hmm.
or sending times that have higher engagement rates.
Wow.
It's like having, a little virtual marketing assistant
right.
who's constantly crunching numbers and looking for ways to improve your results.
That sounds amazing. Part of me is like, is this all hype?
Sure, yeah.
And AI really do all that?
That's a healthy dose of skepticism. I mean, AI is definitely a powerful tool, but it's not magic.
Right.
And so I think the key is to look beyond the buzzwords
Okay.
and actually see, like, what are the results? Are businesses using Moosend's AI features? Seeing measurable improvement? Are their open rates going up? Are they getting more clicks and conversions?
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting to see case studies or testimonials specifically
Yeah.
from people who have been using the AI features.
Yeah, exactly.
But even if we put AI aside for a moment,
Yeah.
they also talk a big game about their marketing automation capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for good reason, I think. Automation can be a game changer for businesses, especially when it comes to efficiency.
Right.
Think about all those tasks that you do manually, sending welcome emails, or follow-up messages,
Segmenting your audience.
segmenting your audience.
Yeah.
Automation can take all of that off your plate so
right.
you can free up your time for other things.
So they mention automated workflows, triggered emails based on actions, personalized customer journeys. It sounds like, you can just set up this system where your emails are working for you 24/7.
Yeah.
Even while you're, sipping margaritas on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So, for example,
Yeah.
imagine a customer abandons their cart on your website.
Right.
You can set up these automated workflows to send them a series of emails, gently reminding them about the items they left behind.
Right.
Maybe offer them a discount to complete the purchase.
Yeah.
Or let's say someone subscribes to your newsletter, you can set up a welcome sequence that introduces them to your brand, showcases your best content, guides them toward making a purchase.
Yeah.
So it's like having this tireless virtual assistant that's just nurturing those leads,
Yeah.
guiding them through the funnel.
Yeah.
And that all ties back to this idea of revenue-driven email marketing.
It does. It all comes back to that.
Yeah. But let's not forget about, getting those leads in the first place.
Right.
And that's where they have this category of what they call growth tools,
Growth tools.
which are all about capturing those leads and then getting the data you need for that personalized communication we were talking about.
Right.
And specifically, they talk about subscription forms and landing pages.
Okay.
Now, those seem pretty standard. I feel like most email marketing platforms have those.
They all do.
So what do you think is different about Moosend's approach?
I don't think it's necessarily that they're reinventing the wheel.
Both.
It's that they're refining it. So, for example, with the subscription forms, they emphasize simplicity and gathering the right customer data.
Okay.
You want to make it as easy as possible for people to sign up.
Right.
So don't bombard them with a million fields.
Right.
Just get the essentials. Email address, maybe their first name.
Keep it short and sweet.
Exactly. And you can always gather more information later once you've established a relationship.
Okay.
Now, landing pages are obviously more complex than just a form.
Right.
But the principle is the same. Focus and clarity. You want to direct visitors to a page that's focused on one specific goal, whether that's downloading an ebook or signing up for a webinar or making a purchase, whatever that might be.
And they do seem to offer a pretty robust landing page builder.
Yeah.
Like with templates.
Oh, yeah.
And customization options.
Yeah, for sure. And that's important. You want your landing pages to look good.
Yeah.
You don't want something that looks like it was designed in the 90s.
Right. First impressions matter.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of design, I did notice that they boast about having over 100 professionally designed templates.
100.
Yeah.
Wow.
For emails, landing pages, forms.
That's huge. I mean, especially for users who maybe don't have design expertise or they just want a quick starting point.
Right.
A polished look. They don't have to start from scratch. They can just choose a template that aligns with their goals and customize it.
It's like having a whole design team at your fingertips.
Exactly.
Without the hefty price tag.
Exactly.
Now, they also make a big deal about seamless integration.
Oh, yeah.
With other tools.
That's smart.
Why do you think that's so important?
Well, because in today's world, businesses rely on so many different tools.
Of course.
To manage their operations.
Yeah.
And so being able to integrate these tools seamlessly is essential for preventing data silos and streamlining workflows.
Yeah.
So imagine being able to have your CRM, your e-commerce platform, your social media accounts, all talking to each other through Moosend.
Oh, wow.
That's a powerful way to create a really unified customer experience and get a 360-degree view of your audience.
So for example, you could have leads from your landing pages automatically added to your CRM.
Exactly.
Or you could trigger personalized emails based on, purchases that customers made through your e-commerce store.
Exactly, yeah.
That's pretty slick.
And it really highlights how Moosend is thinking about the big picture, how email marketing fits into this larger business ecosystem.
Totally.
And speaking of fitting in, one thing I always look for is social proof. Did you see the customer testimonials?
Oh, yeah. And some big names in there, too.
Yeah.
Vogue, Domino's, WWF.
Yeah, the power of social proof, right? We're social creatures. We're influenced by what other people say.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's a brand that we trust or recognize.
Totally.
So seeing those big logos on a website like that can really go a long way in building credibility.
Yeah. And it's not just the big names either. They have smaller businesses, individual marketers.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is cool too. Shows that it's not just for these massive companies.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's accessible to everybody.
And those different perspectives are valuable because it shows how Moosend can be adapted to different needs, different goals.
Right.
So whether you're a global brand or a solopreneur just starting out, you can probably find someone in a similar situation who has had success.
That is reassuring.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but there's one more crucial aspect I want to talk about, and that's support.
Support.
What happens when you run into a problem? You need help figuring something out.
Right.
Because no matter how user-friendly a platform is, there are always going to be those moments where you need a little bit of extra guidance.
For sure. Even the most seasoned email marketer will run into a snag every now and then.
So what do they got?
So thankfully, Moosend seems to offer a variety of support options.
Okay.
They have a knowledge base where you can find articles and tutorials, email support for more complex issues, and even live chat
for
real-time assistance.
Oh,
So having those different avenues
right.
for support is a great sign. It
Okay.
shows that they're invested in their users' success and are willing to go that extra mile
Right.
to make sure they have a positive experience.
Now, we've talked a lot about
Yeah.
Moosend's features and capabilities, but
Right.
I'm curious, how do you think they compare
Yeah.
to like the other big players in the email marketing space?
Yeah.
Like especially a giant like MailChimp.
Right.
How do they stack up? Are they trying to be like a direct competitor,
Yeah.
or are they kind of carving out their own niche?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that we'll dive into more deeply after a quick break.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. It's an interesting comparison, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got MailChimp, this massive platform that's been around forever, offering a ton of features.
Right.
And then you've got Moosend,
Right.
which is maybe a little bit more specialized,
Yeah.
more focused on revenue generation
Yeah.
and a streamlined user experience.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
the sprawling department store
Yeah.
versus the carefully curated boutique.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both have their strengths. It depends what you're looking for.
Exactly. And, if you need a platform that can do everything,
Right.
basic email blasts to complex automations, even landing page creation, then MailChimp might be a good fit. But if you're primarily focused on driving revenue through email,
Right.
and you value a more focused and intuitive experience,
Right.
then Moosend could be the way to go.
And one of the things that impressed me about Moosend
Yeah.
was that they seem to make automation
Right.
accessible even for people who maybe aren't that tech savvy.
Yeah, I agree. And their visual workflow builder, I think, is a great example of that.
Yeah.
Instead of having to write code or wrestle with complex logic,
Yeah.
you can build these automation sequences like a flow chart,
Right.
connecting actions and triggers with drag and drop elements.
That's like Legos.
It is like Legos, yeah.
Yep.
Much more user-friendly,
Yeah.
much more intuitive, and
Yeah.
it makes automation a lot less intimidating.
Totally.
Especially for beginners.
Mm-hmm.
You can set up welcome sequences, abandoned cart emails, all those different things
Yeah.
that can nurture your leads and drive sales on autopilot.
And that kind of brings us back to something we were talking about earlier,
Right.
which is the dynamic content.
Yeah.
So how does Moosend
Yeah.
make it easy for people to personalize their emails
Yeah.
and make them relevant to each recipient?
So one way they do this is by integrating with your other business tools.
Okay.
So let's say you have an e-commerce store. You
Mhm.
connect Moosend to your store's platform.
Right.
You can pull in data about customer purchases,
Right.
browsing history, product preferences, things like that,
Yeah.
and then use that to personalize your emails.
So like if somebody bought a certain product, you could automatically send them an email recommending like related items or accessories.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if they abandon their cart, you could remind them about the items that they left.
Yeah.
And maybe offer a discount to incentivize them to complete the purchase.
Good.
The possibilities are endless.
Right.
When you can start dynamically tailoring the content
Right.
based on real-time customer data.
That's so different from the old
It is, yeah.
like email blast to everyone.
Yeah, it's about treating each subscriber
Yeah.
as an individual
Mhm.
and delivering the content they actually want to see.
Yeah.
And I think when you do that, you will see a significant impact
Yeah.
on your engagement and your conversion rates.
Right.
But, let's be realistic. Not every business has this sophisticated e-commerce setup
Right.
or tons of data to work with.
Yeah. What do they do then?
So even without a ton of data, you can still leverage dynamic content
Okay.
in creative ways. So for example, Moosend has these segmentation features
Right.
where you can group subscribers
Right.
based on their interests or demographics.
Right. So if you were like a clothing retailer,
Yeah,
you could segment your list into menswear, women's wear,
exactly.
accessories
And then send targeted emails promoting products that are actually relevant.
to each group.
Yeah, to each group.
Okay.
Or you could segment your list based on engagement level. So send special offers, exclusive content to your most loyal subscribers.
Okay.
And then send re-engagement campaigns to people who haven't opened your emails in a while.
So it's about making the most
Exactly.
of whatever data you have.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
matter how big or small.
Exactly.
Now, one area where Moosend really seems to shine
Yeah.
is their template library.
Oh, yeah.
They have a huge collection of templates for emails, landing pages, forms,
Huge.
which is great if you don't have
Lifesaver. Yeah.
in-house design resources.
Yeah. especially for businesses that don't have a designer on staff.
It's like having a virtual design team on call.
Exactly.
And it's not just about like the quantity, it's about the quality.
It is, yeah.
They're well designed. They're mobile responsive. They're optimized for conversions.
Yeah, they look good and they work well.
You're not going to have your emails looking wonky on different devices.
Right, exactly.
People getting frustrated with the clunky design.
Nobody wants that.
And even if you choose to start with a template,
Yeah.
they give you a lot of customization options.
You can adjust the colors, the fonts, the images, the layout.
It's like you're getting this beautifully furnished model home.
Yes.
But then you can personalize it, add your own little touches here and there.
Yeah, I love that analogy.
Get the best of both worlds.
And it really speaks to their philosophy to empower businesses to create these great-looking, effective email campaigns without having to be design experts or coding experts.
But even with the best design and automation in place, sometimes you still need a little help.
Right. Sometimes things go wrong.
And that's where customer support comes in.
Customer support.
And as we talked about earlier, they do offer a knowledge base, email support, live chat.
It's reassuring, especially for businesses that are new to email marketing, new to automation, knowing that they have those different options.
Yeah, it's like knowing there's a safety net.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get stuck, you need clarification.
It's good to have that.
But it's not just about having the channels.
Right.
It's about, like, are they good?
Yeah. Are they responsive? Are they helpful? Do they actually solve your problem?
Right.
That's where customer reviews come in.
Yeah.
And, you know, thankfully, Moosend has a ton of positive reviews from businesses of all sizes praising their support team. They're knowledgeable, they're friendly, they're efficient.
It's like you have this team of, like, email marketing ninjas.
I like that.
On standby.
Yeah.
Ready to swoop in if you run into a problem.
It definitely gives you confidence.
Right.
Knowing you have a reliable support system.
So we talked about automation and personalization and design and support.
We did,
But there's one more piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
Integrations.
Integrations.
The glue that holds everything together.
It is the glue.
They do say they have a wide range of integrations with popular tools, which is really crucial, I think, for creating a smooth workflow and preventing those data silos that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You could have your CRM, your e-commerce platform, social media, even project management software connected to Moosend.
All connected. Yeah. So like when someone subscribes to your newsletter through your website.
Right.
That data is automatically synced to your CRM, you know, creating a new contact.
Or if someone makes a purchase on your online store, Moosend gets that data. Sends them a thank you email, sends them follow-up emails.
Follow-ups, maybe offering a discount on their next purchase, who knows?
Right.
The possibilities are pretty much endless when you connect your email marketing platform to all the other tools that you're using.
And they seem to have integrated with a lot of the big ones out there.
They do,
CRMs like Salesforce, HubSpot. E-commerce like Shopify, WooCommerce.
They got it all.
So that's a really good sign. It shows that they get it.
They do,
They understand.
They understand the needs of modern businesses.
Right.
They want to create a platform that fits in.
Seamlessly.
Yeah.
It's all about creating this unified ecosystem where your tools all work together.
Instead of being in their own little silos.
And that can save you so much time and effort in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Automating things. Making sure the data is all synced up. Across platforms.
And it allows you to create a more personalized and cohesive experience for your customers.
Right, which is important for building that loyalty.
It is,
Getting repeat business.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of technical details. But I kind of want to shift gears for a moment. And talk about something that I think is often overlooked.
All right.
In email marketing. Which is the human element.
Oh, the human element,
Because it's easy to get caught up in the technology and the bells and whistles.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But email marketing is about connecting with real people.
It is,
Building relationships, providing value.
It's about people.
We've talked about personalization, automation. But those are just tools.
They are. They're just tools.
You still need to craft compelling subject lines.
You do.
Right. Engaging copy. You know, design emails that look good.
Right.
That are easy to read.
You still need to be a good marketer.
It's about telling stories. Sharing insights. Building community. And, you know, that requires more than just technical expertise.
For sure. It requires creativity. It requires empathy.
Yeah.
It requires understanding your audience.
So as we're kind of wrapping up our Moosend exploration here,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
No matter how sophisticated the platform is, the most successful email marketers are always going to be the ones who never lose sight
Right.
of that human connection.
Well said.
Now, there's one last area
Okay.
I want to touch on before we wrap up. So we've talked about the features, the user experience, the philosophy behind Moosend.
Yeah.
But there's one final piece, one that's often overlooked with software,
Right.
and that's the price tag.
Ah, yes. The million-dollar question. It's all well and good to have these features,
Yeah,
but if nobody can afford it, then it doesn't really matter.
exactly. And from the materials that you sent, Moosend's pricing structure actually seems quite competitive.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially compared to some of the bigger players.
Yeah, like MailChimp.
Yeah.
What's interesting is how they scale the pricing.
Yeah.
It's not just based on subscriber count,
Right.
like a lot of others are. They give you flexibility based on the features that you need.
Yeah.
So if you're just starting out,
Right.
you don't need all the bells and whistles. You
Yeah.
can start with a smaller plan. And then as you grow, you can scale up.
Exactly. So it's good for smaller businesses,
Right.
startups.
Startups with those limited budgets.
Yeah, you don't have to break the bank to get started.
Right.
You can just, start with what you need
Right.
and then scale as you grow.
It all ties back to this idea of making email marketing accessible to everyone.
It does, yeah. It's not just for the big enterprise level players.
Right.
It's for everybody.
It's like offering a tasting menu
Okay.
alongside the full course meal.
Yeah, yeah.
You can kind of sample the flavors,
You get a little taste.
decide what you're hungry for.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can, dip your toes in the water, see how the platform feels
Yeah.
without making a big commitment.
And if it's not for you, well, at least you didn't spend a fortune to figure that out.
Exactly.
So for you, our deep diving listener,
Yeah.
we've kind of laid out all the ingredients.
Yeah.
We've shown you the oven. We've discussed the recipe.
Right.
But ultimately, it's up to you, to decide if Moosend is the right kitchen
Yeah.
for your marketing needs.
Well, I don't think any single platform is perfect for everyone.
Right.
So it really does depend.
It depends on your goals, your budget,
Yeah.
your technical expertise,
Yeah.
maybe even your personal preferences.
Your preferences. How much you like to tinker.
Right. Some people love
Yeah.
getting under the hood, like customizing everything.
Yeah.
Other people just want something that works.
It just works. Simple, easy.
So this is where the real work begins.
Yes.
It's time to move beyond just the research phase
Yep.
and get hands-on.
Go to their website, take advantage of that free trial,
Right.
see how it feels, play around.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Play around with that drag and drop builder.
Yep.
Test out the automation workflows.
Yeah.
Send yourself some emails.
Yeah. And, if you have questions
Yeah.
or you get stuck,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to reach out to their support team.
Yeah. See if they live up to all those
Yeah.
glowing customer testimonials that we talked about.
Exactly.
Imagine yourself
Yeah.
adding your voice
Yeah.
to that chorus.
Exactly.
Maybe Moosend will transform your email marketing.
Or maybe you'll discover it's not the right fit, which is totally fine too.
Exactly.
The important thing is to make an informed decision
Yeah.
based on your own needs and experiences.
So as we wrap up our Moosend deep dive,
Yeah.
we'll leave you with this. Don't just take our word for it.
Go forth and explore,
Experiment.
test, iterate, and most importantly,
Yeah.
have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because email marketing should be fun. It should be about connecting
Right.
with your audience,
Yeah.
not stressing over the technical stuff.
And on that note,
Yeah.
until next time, happy emailing fellow deep divers.
Happy emailing.